So this is a twist, and I think this is appropriate because we have a new source for our next news article, and our correspondent who is responsible for this probably should take the lead on talking about what's going on with this article. But coming from the Transverse blog itself, transgender actress and model Livia Wolfe starts a hunger strike for equality. Emily, what's going on with this?
So I came across this the last couple of days. A transgender actress and model, Livia Wolfe, is tired of what she and the community endure here in the United States. And she's taking a stand for that. And the way she's doing that is to start a hunger strike for equality and rights. So, she's 54 years old, and she's decided that this is enough. There are too many things going on out there against LGBT people, against trans people specifically, and she's going to start this hunger strike. What she's asking for is real change. She wants sit downs with politicians and school officials to enact real policy changes. And that's what she's seeking in her hunger strike. And she has mentioned several times in it, she's putting her life on the line. She is sacrificing herself for this. She is well aware that from this, and if she sees it all the way through, she very likely could die from this. Unfortunately, would that have the result she wants? We'll have to see. But she started the hunger strike on November 5th. And I spoke with her partner today. She had to put it on pause. She's writing I believe she's writing some of the policy things that she wants actually enacted. And she had to go back and revisit some of that and kind of retool things to make sure that this is going to have the maximum effect and actually result in something positive for the trans community. So she put a pause on the hunger strike, and she's looking to resume it very soon. She's using the California, a California state policy that was put together in response to prison inmates who were going on hunger strikes. Mm-hmm. They put together this documentation on how to care for them through their hunger strike and essentially keep them alive. So she's following those guidelines, and she's going to be taking in only water, green tea with lemon, and a multivitamin that she shreds up and works into her diet throughout the day. And that's all that she's taking in. She's even stopping her hormone treatment as she's doing this, because she doesn't want to ingest anything. This is a complete and true hunger strike. She's doing the minimum to keep herself alive for as long as possible so that she can sit down with these politicians and really get the attention. So that's why it was a very important story for us to bring up and share with y'all. You can follow her story on Instagram at Lady Livia Wolfe. And from there, you can get to her link tree, which has various things that'll have the updates on her story and her status. The thing is that at 15 days, you're in danger of organs starting to fail and shut down. At 21 days, patients are typically provided with information regarding advanced directives as patient care, because it starts to get really hairy at that point. She says that at the 30-day point, that's when it starts to get really harsh. So the thing is I don't remember at what time they start to, I think it's actually at 7 days, they start to recommend that you have regular doctor visits and blood and urine tests. And she doesn't feel that that will be a possibility for her until she is hospitalized. So there is a period in there where she will be unsupervised to the level that would be recommended by these California guidelines.
Okay. So, I mean, has she talked about any of her, impetus for where she's gotten this idea? I mean, is she looking back on any of the great movements that have been impacted by this type of activity?
No, I haven't been able to get information from her. I wasn't able to speak to her directly, and that's something that we will definitely have to follow up on, and I will gladly do that. I have, she wasn't able to join us as a guest for the transgender show tomorrow, but I will have her on. And I'll be able to dive into this more deeply. But yeah, there's a lot of questions, right? Where did you get the idea for this? Why is this the method you feel that will get the word out and be the most effective?
Right.
And yeah, I'd like to also get more on the specifics of her plan. What are the things that she wants specifically from politicians
Yeah.
and school leaders? There just was the quote that public officials across the nation have chosen harm and death for us as individuals and as people. We have little meaningful equality in society. At the root of this, at the root of the solution to this problem is education. So that's her focus, is making sure that schools remain safe to teach things that will help that will help further the truth about trans folks and support them.
Yeah, I would love to hear some updates as we go along with this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll make sure to update everybody on this. I think probably, hopefully next week, if not the week after, we'll have some good updates and we'll be able to follow along on the Transverse, her progression.
Mhm.
I will keep updating the blog post here. But it was wonderful to be able to find a story. You know, we very often get these from Pink News and LGBTQ Nation are two of our big sources for stories. And it was really nice to be able to find one that we could sort of do some of the original reporting on.
Yeah.
And I'm very excited to have that and to follow up on that. This is only the second story we've been able to do that and dive into without having an article source. And so go to thetransverse.net and it'll be on the homepage there down at the bottom in the blog section, and check out that article and see what you think of my writing, because I was pretty proud of that one.